Most men quit in the second stage. They begin with obedience. They survive long enough to gain skill, and the moment they taste competence, they abandon the path, not because they are incapable, but because they misunderstand mastery. In the old schools of Japan, this failure had a name. It was the failure to understand Shuhari. Shuhari is an ancient framework of mastery that shaped the discipline of swordsmen, Zen monks, and craftsmen. It describes three inevitable stages of growth: Shu, to obey; Ha, to break; Rai, to transcend. This principle guided warriors such as Miyamoto Musashi and masters of strategy who understood that skill without structure collapses, and freedom without discipline destroys itself. Shuhari is not a technique. It is a law, and no one escapes it. In the beginning, there is imitation. The student copies the master precisely, without modification, without interpretation, without ego. In Shu, the goal is not expression. The goal is preservation. Forms are repeated exactly as they were taught, whether in swordsmanship, calligraphy, tea ceremony, or meditation. In feudal Japan, a young swordsman entering a dojo did not question the kata. He did not adjust the stance to fit his preference. He surrendered his preference. The structure was the protection. The repetition was the forge. Through obedience, the body learned what the mind could not yet understand. Consider Daniel, a modern man who believed he valued discipline. At 34, he felt fragmented. He consumed knowledge constantly, books, lectures, philosophies, but finished nothing. He mistook exposure for progress. When he encountered the principle of Shuhari through the writings attributed to the Book of Five Rings, something unsettled him. The text did not praise creativity. It praised repetition and exactness. Daniel chose one practice. He rose at the same hour each morning and trained in silence for 45 minutes. No variation, no optimization, no negotiation. At first, it felt suffocating. His mind demanded novelty. His ego whispered that he already understood enough. This is the wall of Shu. In Zen training, monks sweep the same floors every day, not because the floors are dirty, but because the mind is. Structure exposes resistance. The student in Shu confronts boredom, irritation, and self-doubt. The ego starves when it cannot decorate the process with individuality. But something invisible begins to form. The body stabilizes. The mind quiets. Movements become economical. The swordsman no longer thinks about where to place his feet. The feet arrive without discussion. Shu is the burial of arrogance. After years of obedience, a strange confidence appears. The forms that once felt rigid now feel alive. The practitioner senses space within structure. This is Ha, the stage of breaking. To break does not mean to rebel. It means to understand deeply enough that adaptation becomes natural. The swordsman may adjust distance according to terrain. The calligrapher allows the brush to breathe slightly beyond strict proportion. The rule is not discarded. It is absorbed. Historically, masters like Yagyu Munenori wrote of strategy as something that must eventually move beyond fixed technique. In the traditions of Bushido, loyalty to form matured into intuitive judgment. A warrior could not survive by memorization alone. He had to perceive. Daniel reached this stage quietly. After 2 years of relentless repetition, he no longer argued with his alarm clock. His training sessions were no longer battles against distraction. They were stable, and within that stability, he noticed inefficiencies. He adjusted his breathing. He refined his posture. He reduced wasted motion. This is Ha in modern life. The danger of Ha is subtle pride. The practitioner begins to believe he has outgrown structure. Many abandon discipline here. They taste autonomy and mistake it for transcendence. But in the old schools, Ha was never separation from the foundation. It was refinement through understanding. Daniel almost drifted. He considered expanding into 5 new practices at once. The old impulse to scatter returned, but Shuhari restrained him. Break only what you have fully embodied. Modify only what you have mastered. So he deepened instead of expanding. Ri is rare. It cannot be forced. It cannot be declared. It emerges when the self no longer interferes with action. In Zen, this resembles mushin, the state of no mind, where action flows without hesitation. The swordsman does not calculate. The strike occurs before conscious thought forms. Years of structure dissolve into natural movement. The practitioner is no longer performing technique. He is expressing essence. This was the quiet power described in the later life of Miyamoto Musashi, who wrote that one must know the way broadly to see it in all things. Ri is not confined to the dojo. It enters speech, decision, posture, and silence. It is identity transformed through discipline. Daniel did not announce his transformation. No one applauded, but colleagues noticed something. He did not react quickly to conflict. He listened longer. His decisions were slower, yet firmer. The scattered man who once chased every idea had become deliberate. Ri is not brilliance. It is clarity without friction. In Rai, the practitioner is no longer obsessed with progress. Practice and self are no longer separate. The swordsman walking through a marketplace is still training. The executive speaking in a meeting is still practicing presence. There is no off switch. Every domain obeys this law. The artist, the entrepreneur, the parent, the leader, all must pass through imitation, refinement, and transcendence. Attempts to skip shu create fragility. Attempts to live permanently in ha create instability. Attempts to claim rai prematurely create delusion. Ancient Japanese systems endured because they respected sequence. Bushido was not a collection of inspiring virtues. It was embodied through ritual, repetition, and service. Zen was not abstract philosophy. It was daily discipline expressed in posture and breath. The modern world encourages immediate expression. It celebrates originality before obedience. But without shu, expression is hollow. Without ha, discipline becomes mechanical. Without ri, skill remains external. Shuhari teaches patience without passivity. It demands surrender before freedom. Daniel's life didn't become dramatic. It became ordered. He reduced commitments instead of expanding them. He protected sleep as if it were a vow. He practiced one craft deeply instead of 5 superficially. The result was not excitement. It was solidity. This is the overlooked outcome of Shuhari. It does not promise applause. It produces stability. In the silence of early morning, repetition no longer felt restrictive to him. It felt like sharpening a blade that would never need to prove itself. He understood something that cannot be explained, but only lived. Discipline is not a prison, it is a corridor. Conclusion: Shuhari is not ancient theory, it is a mirror. Wherever you stand in your path, you are inside one of its stages. If you feel resistance, you may be in shu. If you feel restless confidence, you may be in ha. If you feel calm without effort, you may be approaching rai. The old masters did not rush this progression. They trusted time, repetition, and silence. Mastery was not hunted, it was allowed. And so the question is not whether you will face these stages. You already are. The only question is whether you will remain long enough in each one to be transformed.